What was your favorite memory growing up?
Probably family vacations. Every summer we would do a little week or 2 week road trip. We'd either go up to the mountains or down to Los Angeles or up to Sacramento. We used to do a lot of little weekend getaways. Tahoe, Reno, I like that kind of stuff.
What did your family do for fun when you were a child?
A lot of barbecues. My dad was a really good cook and he liked to barbecue, and we had a really nice backyard. So, whenever the weather would allow it, all the holidays, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day. But then if the weather would allow it, we'd have just, what they call it, impromptu barbecues where daddy and mom would just get on the phone, hey, we're cooking today, y'all come over. And you look up and be 30 people in the house. So that was a lot of fun.
What chore did you hate doing the most?
Mopping the floor in the kitchen. Because after dinner, we'd have to clear the table, wipe the table down, wipe the chairs down. Fortunately, when my brothers were home, which was pretty much during the week, they just had to sweep them off the floor. I hated it. But I had to wash dishes and stick them in the rack.
Okay. What did you want to be when you grew up as a child?
Veterinarian. Love animals.
Still do.
Still do. Still do. I'll walk across the street to meet a dog. If I see a horse, I have to pet it. I just love animals.
How is the world different from when you were a child?
It's a lot scarier than when I was a child. I grew up in a time, I was born in 1954, so in the 60s it was, you went outside and played in the street until the street light came on. You rode up and down around the neighborhood. People left their doors unlocked. You'd come in the house, use the bathroom, get a drink, run back outside. It was less scary, and people, got along, and there was a lot of racial stuff going on. But growing up in San Francisco, so culturally diverse, some of my best friends were Japanese, Chinese, white, and black. So personally, I didn't really get in touch with my culture until I got into high school and took my first Black History class. And then it was like, what? Yeah.
What is the funniest practical joke you've ever played on someone?
I lived with my oldest brother for a while, and I played the mop bucket full of water, and then you kind of crack the door open, and you titter it on top of the door against the wall. And then you call him, hey bud, come here quick. And he'd come running through the house, and the bucket would fall on his head, and then douse him. That was fun.
What did you find most rewarding about being a parent?
Watching the kids grow, the development that they make, and looking at them. You see your kids every day, and then you look at them one day, and they're like 3 feet tall, and you're like, what? Or they're using words you didn't even know they knew. My youngest daughter, Haley, was good at. I grew up in a house where you had to respect your parents unconditionally, even if you really felt like your feelings weren't being acknowledged. And I said I'd never do that to my children. So when my daughter started growing up, when you started growing up, you would say, you would get mad at me because I wouldn't let you do something. You'd say, Mommy, I'm mad at you and I'm not going to be your sweetie. Mm-hmm. And see, I'd say, okay, well, let me know when you're not mad at me. And then you'd come back later and say, okay, I'm over it now. We're friends again. So I really liked to see your development on your own, to just kind of guide you and let you become what kind of kid you were going to be. Both my daughters were good kids, so it was a pleasure.
Who are some of your heroes?
Marcus Garvey, Angela Davis. I went to a lot of her trials when I was younger. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I think there are two black men that wanted the same result, but were on two separate ends of the spectrum. In that Martin Luther King wanted to do have change, but make it peaceful, nonviolent. And Malcolm for a time was into, we need to arm ourselves, we need to be ourselves, and we need to insist on taking what we want at any cost. So I admire them both for the same reason from different spectrums.
Okay. What is the single most memorable moment of your life?
Birth of my children. Yeah, I never, when I had my oldest daughter and they laid her on my shoulder and I looked at her and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? And then when I had you were such you were in a lot of danger because you were preemie and we didn't know how you were going to live, if you were going to live, what kind of development you were going to have, and so it was, the first year, maybe even two, was really, every day was a triumph, and